First off, I want to congratulate Alex Ovechkin for conquering the goal. The goal of the season is could he, in fact, pass Wayne Gretzky? Today against the Islanders, he did it. He has scored 895 today to pass Wayne Gretzky. Congratulations to Ovechkin. Definitely well-deserved accomplishment. What was not an accomplishment is a 5-game losing streak for the Florida Panthers. Now, considering they made the playoffs already, they could just rest their guys and in hopes that they return in the playoffs. Kulikov's still out. Aaron Ekblad, stupid as he is, still suspended. Matthew Tkachuk's still out. And Reinhardt, first game as a Panther he missed since coming to the team. Wild. And I don't think Sam Bennett played this game either. So they had to make some call-ups from the checkers today. Meanwhile, you got a Detroit team that's also trying to fight for the playoff spot. Still has some little hope. But man, this Panthers team right now, with the way how things are going right now, it's hard to watch. It is hard to watch this team play, just not figuring out how to score. They eventually did score in this game, but just not been able to find opportunities and execute. And in all fairness, too, Cam Talbot was a pretty darn good goaltender today. He was. The Panthers just allowed themselves to get a lot of penalties. And they only have one power play the entire game. The entire game. Meanwhile, Detroit had 5 power play opportunities. They only got 1 power play goal out of it. I thought they had 2 power play goals, but it turned out they have 1. And we'll talk about it. It's Vanacek versus Talbot. First period, both teams were shooting the puck, and it became a goaltending struggle. A couple of nice chances from both sides. And in the end, it remains a 0-0 hockey game for the game. There was a hooking call against Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand gets a hooking call against Simon Edvinsson. So Detroit goes on a power play. Lucas Ryman with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vanacek, and that power play is killed. Also, 1 shot on target for the Red Wings. And like I said, 0-0 a hockey game going into the second period. Second period then, awful period for the Florida Panthers. Just absolutely horrendous. It starts off with a Carter Verhaeghe tripping against Dylan Larkin. Okay, Larkin draws the foul. So they go on the power play. During this power play, Marco Kasper with the slash shot that was stopped by Vanacek. And 4:37 into the second period, they score. He's assisted by Patrick Kane. That's his 34th assist of the season. And Lucas Raymond, that's his 49th assist of the season. And off the wrist shot is Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat with his 35th goal of the season. And I gotta tell you, Detroit, I gotta tell you, you sons of bitches. You sons of bitches. You guys stole our goal horns. Yeah, I heard the goal horn. It sounds very, very, very similar and very familiar. I'm going to look this up real quick. Just for fun, I want to compare. I want to compare this real quick. Because, I got nothing nice to say about the Panthers. I got nothing nice to say to you guys either. Okay. I'm going to pull this up. Let's go right here. Let's go through this commercial. I just want to see if I got it right. All right, here we go. All right, Detroit. What the hell happened to this goal horn? What was wrong with this goal horn? Okay, so we got that out of the way, right? That's the goal horn that I was used to hearing, right? Then we go to this goal horn. This is Detroit, by the way. Sounds very familiar, right? Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder. Where did that goal horn come from? Well, different rhythm? Okay. Different rhythm. But even though it's different rhythm, that's our goal horn you stole. You stole, you sons of bitches. You stole our goal horns. Why? Honestly, why? I don't get it, man. Do you understand that some of the hockey teams have the very similar goal horns? What was wrong with the one that you used to have? What was wrong with it? This is an honest question. Why does that goal horn have to be sounded familiar to the Florida Panthers? Stole our goal horns, you sons of bitches. Anyway, 1-0 Detroit, off to a awful start. We knew it was going to happen. Then a little bit later on, Nate Schmidt gets called for a penalty. He was holding Michael Rasmussen. So Detroit goes in another power play. They almost made it 2-0. Mortis Seider hits the crossbar with the slap shot. That should have been it. And it goes right up to the netting, too. This power play is killed off, and even though there was no shots on target in this one, a little bit after the penalty was over, JT Comfort with the snapshot to get past Vanacek, and he scores. He is assisted by Jeff Petrie. That's his 6th assist of the season. And Marco Kaspar's 16th assist of the season. And off the snapshot, JT Comfort's 10th goal of the season. And again, I have to hear that goal horn that they stole from us. Anyway, 2-0 Detroit. Craig Smith gets called for a hook against Matt Kierstead. He's one of the call-ups from the Checkers. So Florida goes on their only power play of the game. Detroit is ranked 32nd in penalty kills. That is dead last in the National Hockey League. And they did not get a shot on target in this power play. Embarrassing. Verhaeghe's snapshot was stopped by Talbot after the power play ended. Albert Johansson with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vanacek. Soderblom with the wraparound attempt that hit the post. Detroit was knocking on the door, and Panthers were trying to get the puck in. Loserine with the wrist shot that was stopped by Talbot, and we go to the third period, losing 2-0. Rodriguez with the hook against Albert Johansson. Detroit goes on the power play. That power play is killed off. There was a shorthanded chance from Seth Jones, which was a wrist shot that was stopped by Talbot, needless to say. No shots on target for Detroit in that power play, at least. Then a couple of scrums in the third period. Actually, one or two of them were becoming like a big fights, especially on the hit on Samson Kevich. AJ Greer with just trying to lay waste on Shabbat. Man, I mean, even though the fights on the excitement on TNT, the Panthers just struggling to find a goal. Comfort tries to get a second one. AJ Greer, Ben Sherratt, former Panther, both of them went at it. But in the end of it, Detroit ends up with the power play. Because AJ Greer not only gets a roughing call against Seider, but Ben Sherratt with also a roughing call. But this is to Gadjovich. And Gadjovich with the roughing call. So that means with two roughing calls and only one roughing call to Sherratt, that means Detroit will wind up with a power play. Oh, and Gadjovich is also ejected from the game. He's got a misconduct. So not only Gadjovich is gone, but Detroit with the power play. And that power play is killed off. They did not get a shot on target this one neither. Tarasenko gets blocked by Nate Schmidt. Remember Tarasenko? Vladimir Tarasenko? Yeah, he won a Stanley Cup with us. God, I miss Vladimir Tarasenko. Verhaeghe with the wrist shot that was stopped by Talbot, of course. And at this point, Vanacek has to get off the ice. He has to. There's a little bit of a small chance that the Panthers can make this comeback. And each time they get so close, they try to penetrate the puck to the back of the net. But Talbot, credit where credit's due, he is stopping the puck and making some amazing key saves. I mean, he flat out robbed Carter Verhaeghe. For God's sake. That was supposed to go to the back of the net. But that went right to Talbot as Talbot was lunging down to his right to stop that puck. Unbelievable. Eventually, they would get that goal in. Thank goodness, because I do not want to talk about the Panthers getting another shutout. He's assisted by Verhaeghe. That's his 31st assist of the season. Initially, Samsonkiewicz was credited for a goal. However, they took another look at it. Eventually, it was, and I thought of this too. I thought it was a deflection goal too, which means Samsonkiewicz gets his 16th assist of the season. The last touch deflection on a redirect is Anton Lundell, his 17th goal of the season to get on the board to cut the lead in half. With 40 seconds left, there's still a very tiny hope that they can get this. And oh my God, Lundell was so close. He hit the left post. And it goes to Carter Verhaeghe eventually. Carter Verhaeghe was going to shoot that puck towards Talbot. And Lundell with the wrist shot. And Talbot stopped that puck. Oh, my God. Oh, Lundell, man. He was going to wind up being one of the clutchest players that the Panthers have in recent memory. Talbot saved Detroit, man. He did. And we lost 2-1. And we have a winless road trip. We go to Canada, and we lost all 3 games in Canada. We go to Detroit, lost in Detroit. And, man, I'm glad we're going back to Florida because, man, the way how it's going on right now with this team, they need to figure it out soon. They have to figure it out because this nonsense needs to stop. They're shooting the puck more, but they're not executing it. They got 7 penalties. Detroit only with 2. But Florida with 22 penalty minutes. And Detroit with just 2. 13 block shots for Florida, 10 for Detroit. Both teams with 7 takeaways. Florida with 16 giveaways. Detroit with 15 giveaways. And stars in the game. 1 star goes to Cam Talbot with 1 star with 32 saves. 2 stars, JT Comfort. He got the winning goal. And 3 stars get the one player that got it going, Alex DeBrincat, with 1 goal with 3 stars. Florida's next game is also on national television, a big game to try to maybe share some hope to get the Atlantic Division. But we'll see what happens, man. They got the Leafs on Tuesday on ESPN. They got the Leafs on ESPN on April 8th, Tuesday. Followed by Detroit, Buffalo on Saturday, Rangers on Monday, the 14th. And this is the last back-to-back, by the way. Rangers at sunrise to wrap up the season. What could very well be our playoff opponent, who could very well be our first round matchup, the Tampa Bay Lightning. We might start in Tampa. That's where we're going on April 15th in Amalie Arena to play the Lightning. Playoff starts on, 15th is a Tuesday, 16th, 17th, 18th. So Sunday, right? I think Sunday is the 19th. Let me double check real quick. Because I've been so busy with a lot of things. 19th is a Saturday. Okay, so I was off by a day. Playoffs start on that Saturday. That Saturday, playoffs start. Easter weekends. I just realized Easter weekends. Fantastic. So we know the Panthers are going to make the playoffs. Well, actually, they already did. It's only a question of who's going to be our playoff opponent. Most likely going to be the Lightning. The way how things are going right now. Although the way how things are going right now, I'm worried that we're going to be just a wild card team. Wouldn't that be something? A defending champions who led the Atlantic Division for a while ends up going on a 5-game lose streak, which is now the longest losing streak of the season, go down to a wild card spot. That would be embarrassing. I hope that doesn't happen. The Panthers need to wake the hell up. They have to wake up and get something going. Get a couple of more wins if they have to. There's still time to win the Atlantic Division. The players do not care about seeding. But you know what I do care about? A playoff performance, even if we're starting on the road. I prefer to start at home. I don't know, man. I'm still mad that Detroit stole our goal horn. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Good night.